Welcome back, welcome back. I'm still on P3. And P3, I'm going to show you how to do a block diagram, pseudocode, and a flow chart. But the first one is going to be block diagram. And I think the first thing you need to do is give it a heading, obviously. Say what a block diagram is and why is it important, why people use it, whatever you want to say. You can simply Google search or Google block diagram. You'll find loads and loads of information there. I would suggest that most of you guys use PowerPoint to create your block diagrams. It doesn't matter which tool you use. I like PowerPoint to do it, but I also use this program called draw.io. But for now, I'm going to show you guys how to do it using PowerPoint. So simply press start, open PowerPoint, the PowerPoint app, or any program you want to use. A block diagram is supposed to simply show you the inputs going into the system, the processing that the system does, or the thing that does the processing, and the outputs that come out of that system. Oh, these are nice colors. So the way I'm going to do that, go to insert, go to shapes. Oh, first thing I did actually was delete the stuff I have here. So I simply highlighted all of this and I deleted it. You don't need to, you could just create a new page or just leave it there in the background if you want, but I'm going to delete it. So highlight everything with your mouse, press delete on your keyboard. It's all gone. I'm going to go to insert. So on the top banner, you can see all of these things here. Go to insert is the third from the left. We have file, we have home, and then we have insert. Go to shapes, if I can find it, shapes over here. I like to use a rounded rectangle. This looks a bit nicer to me. And I'm going to just draw around the rectangle here like so. That's it. And I'm going to cheat and I'm going to copy and paste this quite a few times. One of the first input devices I know I have, I think motion sensor. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say switch as well because for someone to activate the system, I didn't add it in my design, but in my notes, but I'm going to say switch as well. So when someone's leaving the house or going to bed, they flick the switch, the system is activated. It gives them roughly 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes before it fully comes on. So I'm going to copy this, right click on it. You can do copy or you can do Control C to copy. And I can do right click and I can do paste like so. Or you can do Control V to paste, Control V for Victor to paste. I'm going to say slide switch or just SBITCH, whichever thing you want. What other input device do I have? I believe that was it. Now my processing is going to be my Raspberry Pi Pico. So normally I'm going to have input labeled here, processing in the middle, and the very end I'm going to have output. So Control V, again, Control V for Victor to paste, and my thing is going to be double click in here to type RASPBERRI, Raspberry Pi Pico W. That's the name of my component I'm using. Put whatever component you're using. It could be the normal Raspberry Pi, it could be Raspberry Pi 4, it could be ESP32, it could be the Arduino Uno R, whatever microcontroller or microcomputer you're using, that's fine. Then my last set I'm going to have over here is going to be, yep, LED or LEDs, let's say multiple LEDs. Move that one down here. And it's going to be, I think I said buzzer as well, buzzer. Now, funnily enough, because everything I've listed here is hardware, you might think you only do hardware. No, you don't. You would do the software stuff as well. So like the email, the text message, because it's still something that comes out of the system that we can see or hear. Email, text message. I think that was everything. Okay, yeah, let's just say yes to that. I'm going to go back to insert. I'm going to go to text. If I can see text anywhere, text box. I think it's text box. Here we go. I'm going to draw a text box here and I'm going to say this is going to be input. Maybe I should just copy one of these boxes again, actually. Copy and paste, put it there. Call this one input. Maybe drag it down a bit so it's a bit smaller than the others. Different color if you want, doesn't really matter. I'm going to say input. Just trying to get it lined up perfectly, bear with me. Input, this is going to be processing, PROCSSING. And this final part is going to be called output. And this is our block diagram almost finished. So the only thing left for us to do is to put the arrows in and that's it. So shape fill. Let's do a nice fill color. Let's do, I don't know, green is nice. I'm going to do insert again. I'm going to go back to shapes. Let's do this arrow here, elbow connector arrow. That one, when I click on the first shape here, I can draw it to the next one. and it automatically connects. And if I move it, if I move the shape, everything moves as well. So let's undo that one because I put it in the wrong place. What's that behind it? Let's get rid of that. Let's put this back here. All right, so again, insert shapes, elbow connector arrow thing. I'm going to go from motion sensor to Raspberry Pi. And what I'll do, because that's a very thin line, I'll do shape outline and I'll do weight and I'll make the weight a bit thicker. So yeah, I like that one. That one seems like a decent size. And I'm going to cheat. I don't want to keep drawing the same line over and over again. I'm going to copy this. Just click on it once. You can do right click, copy, or you can simply Control C to copy, then Control V for Victor to paste. This very end on the left hand side is a tiny white bubble. If you put your mouse over it till you have that arrow pop up, the extending arrow, you can move this, and once you bring it over to your shape, it automatically clips onto one of the other circles there. That's done. The other end of this arrow, I'm going to do the same thing, but move it up to Raspberry Pi, like so. Boom, done. So no, actually, maybe I'll leave it on the other side. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to paste that line again, that arrow again, move it over here, and I'm going to put that side on here. Paste that same one again, move that one from there to there. And again, all this is showing is that the system is connected in this way. A block diagram is not 100% necessary, but I like to do them because they're really, really, really simple and they give a quick overview that's in a visual format and not a textual format, what the system is supposed to have inside of it. And this is my block diagram finished. Now, how do I get this block diagram inside of my thing? I should be able to highlight all of it like so. I should be able to go Control C to copy or right click and do copy. I go back to my Word document and I should just be able to paste it here. Yeah, that works perfectly fine. It's a bit stretched out though. Oh no, that doesn't work okay because as you can see, it pastes it as individual elements. I don't want that. I want it to paste it as one solid thing. So let's go back to this. Couple ways we can do it. We can do a screenshot. If we press start on our keyboard and type SNIP, we should have the snipping tool come up. I click on it and I can click on where it says new here. Click on that, drag this over my entire diagram thing. I let go of it. It copies everything. I go back to Google Classroom. I go back to my Word document and then I can paste it. This is going to come in as one single element so I can move the entire thing at once. That's it. I would highly, highly recommend saving this PowerPoint. So you go to File, you go to Save, and you choose where you want to save it. And you can also export it as a PNG. So to export it as a PNG, you go to File, you go to Export, you go to choose file type. It's going to have some options here. PNG, here we go, image file types. Choose PNG or JPEG. I always like to go PNG because that's print quality. That's very high quality compared to JPEG, or higher quality compared to JPEG. Click on PNG once. Click on Save As. And I'm lazy, so I always do desktop. I call this Unit 19 block diagram. And I save it. Just this one slide. It's asking me which slide do I want to save, but at the moment I only have one slide, but I only want to do this one slide for now. Just this one. When I go to my desktop, I'm going to have the Unit 19 image here. When I double click on it, it comes up with that block diagram. And I can also import this into my Word document. So I can go back to my Word document. Let's get rid of this one for now. So I've shown you one way to get it in. Let's show the other way. It's not there. I can go to Insert. I go to Picture or Images. Where is here? Didn't even see it there. Picture. So go to Insert. Go to Picture here. You can click on the tiny arrow just underneath it, and it says this device, stock images, online pictures. I would do this devices because I saved it on my desktop. I'm going to click on Desktop when the pop-up window comes up, and it should be one of the last ones here. Here we go. Unit 19 block diagram. Just saved it. Click Insert, and bada bing, bada boom. Same thing as we had before. So that's another way that we can import our block diagram. So that's a block diagram. The next one I'm going to do is a pseudocode. Well, I already have it done, so I'm just going to explain it because it's just text. There's nothing special about it.